All right, today we're talking about something huge happening in AI. It's like we're watching it evolve in real time. It's moving way beyond just being a clever chatbot. Now it's becoming a real player in the economy, one with its own wallet. And this isn't some sci-fi movie plot for the future. No, this is happening right now. And honestly, way faster than anybody saw coming.
And really, it all comes down to this one kind of wild question. What happens when your AI gets its own credit card? Seriously, think about that for a second. And the crazy part is, that question, it's not a what if anymore. It's the reality we're going to break down right now.
So here's what we've got on tap. We're going to start with the moment AI actually gets its wallet. Then we'll look at the massive power struggle this is kicking off between the tech giants. We'll get into their latest strategic moves. It's like a chess game. We'll even check out a wild blockbuster deal coming out of Hollywood, and then we'll wrap it all up with the hard numbers that prove this is a full-on AI gold rush.
Okay, so first things first. Let's dive into part 1, AI gets a wallet. I mean, this is it. This is the exact moment when the whole idea of an autonomous AI stops being some abstract concept and becomes very, very real.
Yeah, you heard that right. It's official. We've got big-name fintech companies, I'm talking about Ramp and Stripe, and they are now rolling out virtual payment cards designed specifically for AI agents. It feels like just yesterday, these AIs could barely handle simple commands, and now they're getting approved for credit?
Now look, this isn't just the Wild West. They're not just handing over the keys to the kingdom. Both of these companies are building in some really critical safety features. You can think of them like guardrails for this new spending power. Things like setting spending limits, controlling which stores the AI can buy from, and seeing every transaction as it happens. So the goal is to let these agents do their thing and spend money, but, keep it all on a tight leash.
And of course, the internet is, well, it's being the internet about it. People are already having a blast with this. This one tweet just nails the slightly absurd world we're stepping into. And yeah, it's a joke, but it kind of points to a real future, right? A future where your AI assistant is booking your flights, ordering your office supplies, or, hey, maybe even building you a killer Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Who knows?
But seriously, this is a huge shift. This is the moment AI graduates. It's going from being a passive tool you use to look stuff up to an active player in the economy, an agent that can actually go out and do things in the real world with real money. And this new ability to spend money? It leads us right into our next big topic, the massive power struggle that's brewing for control over this brand new and absolutely exploding market. And when I say exploding, I mean it. The scale here is just staggering. Get this, according to Ramp's latest data, almost half of all businesses on their platform now pay for at least one AI subscription. AI is it's becoming the standard way of doing business, like overnight.
So who's winning right now? Well, OpenAI is still the big name on the block, holding about a third of the market. But you gotta watch out for Anthropic. They're right on their heels at almost 25%, and they are growing fast. So yeah, this is definitely not a one-horse race anymore.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. If you look at just the brand new customers, the ones just getting into AI, Anthropic is cleaning up. They're grabbing a whopping 70% of that initial spend. I mean, that is a complete flip from just last year. It just goes to show you how ridiculously fast this whole landscape can change.
So with the stakes being this high, you can bet the big players aren't just sitting around. They are making some major strategic moves. Let's dig into what they're doing to get ready for this new world.
Let's take OpenAI's video tool Sora, for example. The story everyone was telling was that, it had this big launch, but then interest was kind of fizzling out, but then, plot twist, new data comes out and shows a surprise jump to over 3 million daily users. And literally, as this news is breaking, OpenAI announces they're pulling Sora back into the main ChatGPT app. It's a classic move to strengthen their main product and fight back against rivals like Google's Gemini.
Meanwhile, over in Elon Musk's world, he's pulling his own empire together. He's just announced this new joint AI project between Tesla and XAI, and he gave it this cheeky, kind of provocative name, Macrohard. So the way Musk explains it, it's basically a two-part system that works like a human brain. You've got digital optimists, that's like your System 1 thinking, your reflexes. It's just processing everything on your screen, your keyboard, your mouse, all in real time. And then you have Grok. That's the System 2, the conscious brain, the master conductor that looks at the big picture and tells digital optimists what to do.
And the end goal for this tech? Well, it's classic Musk. Absolutely massive. He's claiming that, in theory, it could do the job of an entire company. The sheer scale of that ambition just shows you. The biggest names in tech are thinking way, way beyond just making a better chatbot.
All right, so while some people are trying to build AIs that can run whole companies, a totally different vision for AI is popping up somewhere you might not expect: Hollywood. And it's all centered around a huge new deal where creativity and commerce are smashing together.
Get ready for this number, $600 million. That's the potential price Netflix might pay to buy an AI startup called Interpositive. And here's the kicker. It was quietly founded by, of all people, Ben Affleck. We could be looking at one of the biggest AI deals in media history, period.
But what this tool actually does is super important to understand. It's a tool for after the filming is done, for post-production. It lets a filmmaker go in and tweak the lighting, change the camera angle, or even swap out the entire background, all seamlessly. But, and this is the crucial part, it doesn't create brand new scenes out of thin air. The human director is still 100% in charge.
So what this deal really signals is a future where AI isn't trying to replace artists, but instead becomes this incredibly powerful collaborator. It's a tool that's built to slash costs, speed everything up, and at the end of the day, just help a director bring their vision to life.
Okay, and for our last section, let's just look at the raw numbers. Because this proves that all these big strategies and grand visions, they're not just talk. They are built on a very real foundation. A flat-out economic gold rush.
Okay, check this out. $100 million. That's how much new yearly revenue a single AI company, Lovable, tacked on in just 1 month.
Yeah, Lovable's revenue just shot up from $300 million to $400 million in February. Just February. This is that classic "a rising tide lifts all boats" situation. The boom in this industry is real, it's huge, and it is happening as we speak.
So let's recap. We've seen AI get its own wallet, which is fueling a massive corporate power struggle. We've seen it start to reshape entire creative industries and spark an incredible economic boom. AI is officially starting to act, to create, and to spend in the real world. And that leaves us with just one big question. Are any of us really ready for what's coming next?